Building a Gunpla straight out of the box can be a lot of fun. It gives you a pleasant feeling that only us can feel, that only us can understand. But sometimes what we get from the result of assembling, there are things that make you less satisfied. And this is where imagination sometimes comes into play. We want to combine Gunpla A with B. We want to attach weapon Gunpla A to Gunpla B, or take one of part A to be installed in Gunpla B. This is what is called Kit Bash. I will tell you how to do it. Start from beginner level kit bash, intermediate level kit bash, advanced level kit bash, and even expert level kit bash. Please remember, in doing kit bash, the things you have to prepare are planning and confidence. Plan what your Gunpla will look like and how to kit bash it. Another function of planning is that it can make it easier for you to carry out to the next stage, which is painting. It will be easier to paint if the Gunpla kit bash can still be disassembled, so it's not just glue it up. If you just glue it, small children can do it too. We need something more challenging. And then confidence. Believe that you can do this. I know Gunpla is expensive, but this is what distinguishes between expert builder and normal builder. But be careful, because confidence without planning is a disaster for your Gunpla. This is what makes someone an expert Gunpla builder. They have confidence in their plan. How has my life philosophy? Isn't cool yet? Maybe I can also try to make a YouTube channel about life philosophy. Let's start from beginner level kit bash. This is definitely the easiest level. The latest release Gunpla has almost the same type of connector, so it's easy to swap parts. For example, in these two Gunpla, what you need is imagination and creativity. Of course, to expand your imagination, you need to increase the number of references to Gunpla that have been released. If you only know little, of course it will limit your imagination. You don't have to buy every Gunpla that's released. Just look on the internet. Everything can be seen on the internet, including things, if you know what I mean. Now, if you want a kit bash part from a different Gunpla, but it turns out that the connector type is different, so how do you do it? We continue to the next level, intermediate level kit bash. At this level, the two parts of different Gunpla have different type of connector. For example, I want to use the feet of Master Grade Gundam H2 on the leg of the H-Fellow Gundam. Even though the connector type is the same, which is the ball joint, the size is different. You know what I mean, right? Whether you want a peg or ball type of connector, it doesn't matter. The point is that you cannot just plug and play as in the case of beginner level. The first thing to do is to cut the ball joint of these two Gunpla. Yes, right. Cut. This is why I said we need confidence and a strong heart. Try to keep the pieces neat and the cut surface on the two parts evenly, so that when you put them together, it will be easier. After cutting, the next step is to attach the appropriate joint to the part to be best. So I will attach the ball joint of the Gundam H-Fellow to the feet of Gundam H2. You can just stick these two parts right away, but since this is a moving part that will bear a lot of pressure, I recommend making a new connector as reinforcement. I will use the remaining part of the runner as reinforcement. I use this because the material is the same, plastic. So when we apply a plastic cement, the excess runner will combine perfectly the two parts to be joined. First, we drill a hole for the runner to attach to. Make holes in the two parts to be joined. Try to keep the both holes in the same position. What must be considered is that the size of the hole drill must be the same as the diameter of the runner so that the attached runner are not loose and sturdier. Make a hole in one of the parts first. Put a plastic cement into the hole. Also apply it on one end of the runner. Insert the runner into the hole. Apply enough pressure so that it combines perfectly. Wait for it to dry. When it's dry, cut the attached runner according to the depth of the hole in the part to be combined. Then apply plastic cement to the end of the runner and the hole in the part. Don't forget to also apply plastic cement to the other surface that will be joined. Bring the two parts together and apply pressure to blend perfectly. In case you are still wondering, another function of making this connection is to expand the surface to be combined. The wider the surface area, the more resistant it will be from the possibility of breaking. This is the intermediate level of kit bass. I hope you understand the philosophy. For the rest, I will leave it to your creativity and imagination. Then, what if the two parts of the gunpla that will be combined don't have any connector? This is what we will discuss at the next level. Let's start from the most difficult level first, the expert level kit bass. For example, I want to combine the shield from Master Grade Build Strike on the Master Grade H Pellow shoulder. The intention is to imitate 00 Gundam with a binder on the shoulder. You need this. The life-giving. Use rice. You know, in my country, rice is sometimes used as glue. Truly a multifunctional food. Simply rub the rice on the two surfaces of the part to be joined and put it together. And put it. Okay, actually this expert level is just a level that I make up. Please ignore. Continue to the next level, intermediate kit bass. Okay, I'm serious now. If there is no hole for connector on the part to be joined, you can simply make it. It's easy. Just drill a hole the same size as the connector on the seal. If there is no connector and hole at all, don't be confused. We just need to make our own PEG connector, like at the intermediate level kit bass, using the excess of the runner. In making holes, make sure the holes that will be made do not affect other gimmicks. This is the importance of planning again, so you don't just make holes. Again, make sure the holes you make do not affect other gimmicks or functions. And just plug the two parts. How cool, and still has the gimmick of the original part. You can also add magnet to the holes and at ends of the connector if the connection is not strong enough. Because magnets have different material, we use super glue to attach them. Don't forget to pay attention to the poles of the magnet. If one is wrong, the part will not be able to stick together. Don't separate them. It's enough just you to be alone in this world. And here is the result. Strong and still articulate. Another tip, if the part to be joined doesn't have a gimmick, or you don't need that gimmick, just drill a hole with the same size as the magnet diameter on two parts to be joined. Or to make it easier, just stick the magnet directly if the magnet position is not too visible from the outside. Use a minimum of 3 magnet points for strong result and for stationary part position. Easy, right?